What's going on, everybody? So I just wanted to give you like a quick tip. So I get tons of stuff in the mail, mods for my truck, different things like that. And a lot of stuff like this right here, which I'm not going to tell you what this is yet. It's kind of a surprise that I will just set aside for 3 or 4 days and I won't even touch it because of the coronavirus. You don't, packages could have that on it. I mean, it can live on surfaces for different lengths of time. So a lot of stuff like that I get in, I'll just sit off to the side and let it sit there for several days just to be on the safe side, especially if you have an underlying condition like I do, or you're an elderly person or something like that. You want to take extra precautions. So I opened it to see what it was, and then I'll set aside, wash my hands real good, sterilize them and everything. And then I won't even touch that package again for, like I said, 3 or 4 days. But I got something in the mail today. And it's a 10-foot charging cable for my phone. Now, I have extremely long charging cables because I do a lot of YouTube stuff on my phone, and a lot of times it starts to go dead. So I'm doing it in, I'm doing YouTube stuff in the bed, editing videos and stuff like that. So I may need a long charging cable, and the one I'm using now sticks like this far up over top of the bed. So I need to use this immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. Now, like I said, this one's 10 foot. My other one was actually 6 foot, so I'm kind of excited to get a 10-foot one. Now, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and throw this away so I don't have to touch it again. That's one thing right there. If you're already contaminated, if you already touched stuff, go ahead and dispose of that stuff so you don't have to wash your hands and then come back and touch it, and then go back and wash your hands and go back and touch it. Now, I am going to wash my hands now. I've said that because I'm going to do something else with this really quick, and I don't want to contaminate what I'm going to use to actually disinfect this. So I'll be right back. Okay, my hands are squeaky clean. Now I have a bottle of alcohol and a paper towel. Now, since I need to use this, not immediately, but I'll probably use this tonight, I am going to disinfect this cable, and I only touched it with my left hand because I'll be holding the rag in that hand. With the alcohol. So I'm actually going to hold it like this because it has one of those little ties on it. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually put some alcohol on this rag right here. And then I'm just going to clean this thing off. I'm going to rub it down, disinfect it really good with alcohol, just clean it really, really good, and make sure that there's no way that the virus is still on this. Now, it's got a very strong alcohol smell on this. And like I said, I'm just going to clean it really, really good. And just sterilize it the best I can is what I'm doing. That way there's no chance, or a small chance, I ain't going to say there's not any chance, but there's a least amount of chance that there's anything left on this coronavirus-wise. So now that we have that cleaned off, and I know you've seen me touch it with my left hand, and you're like, God, you touched it with your left hand right then. Well, check this out. I've already disinfected this side, so I'm going to go back over it again, holding the clean side with the side of my hand that's clean, and make sure that I've got this thing wiped down really well. All 10 foot of it. I love this charging cable, and it's a very thick charging cable. I think it's like an Insignia. Feels like it's pretty good quality stuff. And I'm just going to clean it off like that right there. And that should be pretty good and pretty sterilized. Now, since I've touched that, I'm going to go wash my hands again, and I'll be right back to finish this video. Okay, now you might say that's overkill, but I say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So make sure that if you're going to be touching stuff like this, especially if you have some kind of pre-existing condition like I was talking about before, or you're, an elderly person who could more susceptible to the virus, that you do sterilize this stuff before you use it, because who knows who touched this before you did. I'm sure it was probably perfectly safe before. This thing could have been on the shelf for 10 years. I don't know. I doubt it. And it could have been 10 years because of the charging point. But less than 2 years. It could have been there for 2 years. And for all I know, it may have been made in China and was shipped a week ago. So I don't know. More than likely it's probably made in China, but I don't know when it was shipped. But it could have been, infected with the virus or have the virus on it. So this is just that ounce of prevention that's worth that pound of cure. Just a little tip for you guys. I hope y'all stay safe out there, and make sure you wash your hands and disinfect stuff. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.